effect across New Zealand.
Question number 9, Darien Fenton.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Acting Minister of Labour. How will the proposed changes to employment law improve health and safety in the workplace?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr Speaker, the Government signalled yesterday that it's going to accept most, if not all, of the recommendations of the Royal Commission. Some of these are going to be given effect to through changes in employment law such as the Health and Safety and Employment Act 1992, and these changes are aimed at improving health and safety in the workplace by creating a more effective regulatory regime for health and safety in general, and in particular for high-risk industries, to ensure that disasters like Pike River never happen again.
Darien Fenton.
Supplementary. Thank you, Mr Speaker. Does it accept the Pike River Royal Commission's recommendation that legislation on worker participation should be strengthened so that workers have better representation and voice? And if so, does he think this should extend to all workplaces?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
As to the first part of the member's question, yes, I do, and that's one of the issues that I'm very much looking forward to engaging with the CTU and the EPMU on, because I think that there is a valid involvement by workers. I'd also say that another aspect of the review I'm particularly interested in is a possible amendment to the 1992 legislation to make directors fully and squarely responsible for their governance obligations and what they need to do insofar as management is concerned.
Darien Fenton.
How will the changes to Part 6A of the Employment Relations Act that they're proposing, which will remove protection for workers like cleaners when their employer changes, provide stronger representation and voice in their health and safety in the workplace?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr Speaker, those proposed changes, I say to the member, are more about improving efficiencies and making bargaining fairer. But it's entirely possible to have a flexible employment relations regime and one which is utterly respectful of health and safety and employment. They're not mutually exclusive.
Darien Fenton.
To the Minister, how will the removal of the requirement to conclude collective bargaining and weaken rights for new workers give workers the strong representation and voice needed to improve health and safety in the workplace?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr Speaker, I repeat what I said just a few seconds ago, that creating a more flexible employment relations law it's utterly consistent in the context of that to have an effective health and safety regime where all players are cognisant of their responsibilities, and of course that's exactly what the Royal Commission said. Health and safety in the workforce, it's a team effort involving government, employers and employees.
Supplementary. The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Why did his government reject the suggestion of check inspectors which came out of the discussion document and summary of submissions to the review of health and safety in mining that was undertaken or started under this government and scrapped by his predecessor?
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Well, I'm not sure whether he means it was started under his government, and is that what the member's trying to say? Yes. Well, I'm not exactly certain as to the particular work that was undertaken when he was minister. I had the impression not a lot was done, but that's a matter I'd need to check on and come back to him. Thank you very much.
Question number 10, Alfred Naro.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister for Social Development.